Hi, it's Cassie from Modern Marketing Spark. I'm often asked about what to say on social media, so I've put together a compilation of 15 different ideas to get the conversation started. So this is one of our social media marketing tutorials, so let's jump straight in. So whether you're starting a new business or you're a new business page, you want to grow your fan base, you want to increase engagement with your followers, all comes down to how you communicate and what you say. And I know staring at a blank piece of paper can be really daunting. I know, I've been there. But once you start to get the conversation going, you'll build momentum, and then you'll find that things happen naturally, and you'll also be able to see what people respond to best. Now this 15 ways to get the conversation started is taken from a webinar that I ran called Simplifying Social Media. It's one of my most popular webinars actually. And if you'd like to watch the replay, it's at mmspark.com/simplify social media webinar. And I'll put the link underneath the video in the description. So here are the 15 ideas. I'm going to run through them. I've got lots of examples and case studies for you. Quite a wide range. So I always, if I'm ever stuck for content, I have to say once you get into the swing, you'll find that you're not. But you can always come back to this summary slide of the 15 content ideas for social media if you get stuck. So let's jump in. Let's start with the fun stuff. So let's go to basics. People are on social media for a bit of light relief. People don't go on social media. They don't want to see horrible pictures of nasty things. They don't want to see bad news. People go on social media, they like to see happy pictures, they like funny things. Quite often people are scrolling through on their mobile, so they just want to scroll through, find something, a bit of light relief, a bit of fun. And just remember that on average people on Facebook are logging into their accounts 5 times a day, and they'll be just scrolling through to see what's there. So make sure that what you post is very eye-catching and visual, and something that's maybe going to either give people a bit of a laugh, or it's going to entertain, or it's going to educate, and look for things that people want to share. Now this was quite a funny one I saw, which was a dog having a sleep on the pillow, and then he says poof, it exploded. So it's a typical social media. It's a cute dog, it's a funny picture, someone's put a bit of text on it, and I know I have heard people say it's really silly, what a waste of time. But you know, even if you're running a business and you're using Facebook or social media to market your business, people still like to see the real you. It's still your people. It's people working with people. So don't be afraid to put. I usually keep those sorts of funny, what I'd call sort of funny, silly things for a Friday, and I always hashtag it Friday Fun. But better still, if you can make the fun stuff relevant to your business, or maybe it's something seasonal or topical. This might be a big sporting event, or it might be a big national holiday, or there might be a big news item that's trending. So something that's relevant is going to be even more engaging. Now these sort of pictures I love. This is a picture from Pinterest of, you see these quite a lot now, especially with the Bake Off and some of these popular cooking programs, where you've got the this is how it should look picture, and then how it actually came out picture. So those are really, really popular. This one's had 363 shares. Now, third-party links, what does that mean? This means sharing other people's content. Now, this is great for a number of reasons, partly because you don't have to write all your social media content from scratch, because that would get a bit, potentially a bit hard work after a while, wouldn't it? And also there's so much great content out there. So the thing to do if you've got a business page on Facebook is to follow and like the people that you want to learn from, and I call them my influencers. So follow and like your influencers, and then you can share their posts and their information, and often you'll get really, really good content which your audience will thank you for. So you're building your own credibility by sharing really high value content. As you receive updates from what I'm calling your influencers, you also are learning from them, because not only are you sharing the content, there's content that you can read and watch and learn from as well, and that positions you as an expert. Also, you'll get noticed by the influencers because they'll see that you're sharing their content. So it's really a win-win-win. It's a win for you, It's a win for the influencers because you're sharing their material, but it's also positioning you as an expert in the eyes of the people that are following you. So it works on so many different levels. And as I say, the real plus of it is that you're sharing very valuable content, but you haven't had to write it and create it. Status updates. This is your basic update in social media where you're giving people a bit of an update about what you're doing. Now, if you've watched previous videos, I've shared various scheduling tools which help you to schedule your social media and your content in advance, but there's really no substitution for turning up and just being present on social media. So this is something I shared recently. I'd been on the Hearts Hour Twitter chat, which is our local Hertfordshire Twitter chat. I got over 50 followers and I just wanted to talk about it. And then I also promoted a list of Twitter chats so that people in different areas of the UK, in this particular case, could find a Twitter chat in their area. So it was very topical, it was very relevant for my market, and it was useful as well. So if you look at the different ways that you can add value in your social media posts, this type of post ticks a lot of boxes. People also love to see behind the scenes. So if you're working in an office and you've got a special event going on, you're all getting dressed up for a charity day, or it's somebody's birthday that people would know. There was a internet marketer's birthday recently and lots of people were interested in seeing the pictures. And also just give updates. I mean, this is one of the updates that I published recently where I'd been making some videos, and people have started commenting saying, oh, I'd like a video about this, I'd like a video about that. So as well as me sharing what I'm doing, my followers know what I'm doing. They're engaging and actually helping me with a bit of research and saying, yeah, we like that, we'd like to see a bit more of this as well. So again, lots of different benefits to that. And if you've been to a workshop or an event, you can come back and you can tag some of the people that you've met. I was at a networking meeting a couple of days ago, and we were all tagged on Twitter with a picture of us at the networking meeting. And then of course that started lots of conversations of, yes, it was great to meet you, yes, enjoyed the networking meeting. It just makes it very current and a bit spontaneous. So there's lots of different things you can do. Here's Amy Porterfield saying, I'm done. Just finished updating my Facebook influence product. Sandy Krakowski, she's very active on social media, Facebook and Twitter in particular. Many of you say she only says good morning, and she's got 389 people liking, and she's had lots of health issues, and I'm not necessarily saying you should talk about your health issues, but she does, and she doesn't focus on being unwell, she focuses on what she's doing to get better, and she tends to put pictures of the flowers that she's sent or the smoothies that she's drinking, or there's sort of the positive aspects, or she'll say, I've had to be in bed for some tests and this is the book I've been reading, and she'll share a picture of the book. So all those sorts of things are of great interest to people. Photos, I don't really need to say much about photos. Social media is a very visual medium, as you know, and imagine with people scrolling on their mobiles 5 times a day, you've got to have images and snippets that really jump out. So for me, it's about having pictures. I love this picture because you can see the beach there, and at the moment it's the summer, so people are thinking about summer holidays and being on the beach, and it's got nice bright colours. I personally like these types of colours. I think yellow and blues and greens really stand out. Red works really well on social media too. Milestones work really well, so when you reach a certain number of fans, or if it's an anniversary of your business in some way, that's definitely worth sharing. Top tip is to take a screen capture if you've just created a new blog post, and post that screen capture as an image. So you can use an image from something that you're working on to post onto all your social media platforms. So really you're cross-linking, you're using one piece of content and cross-linking it into different platforms. You can see here how well the images work with the text incorporated. So this one we've just taken an image and made that into a birthday bonanza. This is a Google Plus community post here, and this was somebody, I shared someone else's post about how to create a vision board, but look at the lovely bright colours on there. It's very eye-catching. And just remember as well, when you do post images, they do need to be good quality because they're going to appear in your fans' news feeds. They're going to appear large. I mean, look how big this image is here. So this is a lovely, bright, eye-catching image. Look, reds and yellows and primary colours. Now, video is absolutely nailing. Images are hot on social media, but I'd say videos are even better. I did a fun little video for a client recently. This is a whiteboard video that I had made on Fiverr.com. And it was a contest that we ran for a prenuptial agreement. And it was really catchy, and it's 1.5 minute video. It's not heavy, it's typical social media, it's light and fun, but there's a serious message behind it, and this is for a firm of solicitors, so we didn't want anything sort of too silly and goofy, but it was light-hearted and fun, but it got the message across. So lots of different ways you can promote your business, whatever sort of business you're in. Fans can actually see and play videos within their news feed. So again, if someone's on a mobile or someone's on their Facebook account, or of course Google Plus, they don't need to go over to your video to watch. They can watch your video from within the platform that they're in, so that's a real benefit. Keep things short and sweet with the videos, 1 to 2 minutes. This is a longer video that I'm running, that I'm offering because this is a tutorial rather than just a snippet. But if you're doing just a quick little Facebook video, I try to keep them to 1 to 2 minutes. And you can see here, you get the play button here, you can click on it and play the video directly from within your social media platform. Infographics work really well, and my favourite photo editing platform, which is Canva, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. They offer a template for creating your own infographics now, so you can actually, if you've got 10 top tips or 5 tips or 7 tips, you can use Canva to create your own graphics. So you've probably seen infographics. Here they are. This is a good one. This is social media do's and don'ts. So rather than writing a long blog post, or you can take a blog post that you've already written, you can actually use a template to convert it into something like this, which is really eye-catching and very viral. I've got a client that does a lot of infographics in a very specialist area, and they get shared multiple times, hundreds of times, particularly on Twitter. Images work very well on Twitter too, so do think about infographics as a way to promote your content in your business. Tips and tricks work really well on social media. Again, keep it short, little snippets and sound bites. Social Media Examiner does a fantastic weekly update on social media, and they do a weekly news roundup. This works really well, so you can either do one little news snippet or you could do a weekly roundup. Couple more examples. Industry can be hot news trending. James Wedmore here's got a testimonial from one of his students. Success stories. If somebody sends you a really nice email, you can screen capture it, obviously take off any personal details and their email address, but you can screen capture that and put it on Facebook and put a comment and say, this makes everything I do worthwhile, or I love hearing from my customers like this, so glad I could help. And it just, again, it makes you human, it makes it interesting, it makes it very current. So many different ways you can start conversations and promote your business on social media. Get your fans and followers to share their stories. That's what you want to do. You want to get other people engaging on your page. So rather than always talking about your business, what you can do is talk to spotlight your members and fans' achievements and their success stories. Female Entrepreneur Association does that very well with stories of how women entrepreneurs have been successful with their businesses, and they get a lot of interaction, engagement with that. Also think about including case studies and real life stories. I mean, I'd had some question, you can answer questions, so I'd had some questions about the difference between a personal profile and a Facebook page, and questions about how you link your personal profile to your Facebook page. I'm asked this question so many times. I actually did a screen grab and did a bit of editing with some arrows and things, and showed people, I've made videos on this too, but I showed people in a Facebook post in 3 steps, click, how you link your Facebook profile to your Facebook page. So that was useful, and that was something that people have been asking for. So you can answer questions as well as getting your fans to ask questions as well. Fan page parties are a great way to have a bit of fun. They're usually on a Friday, although people have started doing them on Saturdays and Sundays as well now. But Friday's the traditional day for fan page parties. And the way it works is that somebody will start the fan page party. They'll have an image like this one here. And what you do is in the comments, you post a link to your Facebook page. And then the etiquette is that you will go and look at other people's pages, like them, comment, meet some other people, and it's a way to network and have a party on Facebook. It's great fun. Promotion. Now, contrary to some of the advice out there about social media, it is okay to promote and sell your products and services on social media, but just don't do it too much. The rule of thumb tends to be entertain, educate, 9 out of 10 times. So let's say you've got 10 social media posts, or let's say you're doing 7 in a week. You would maybe, of those 7 or 10, you'd maybe have 1 where you're promoting. And promoting on social media doesn't just mean saying buy my stuff, because I used to think promotion meant directly selling, and it does mean that, but it depends on people's perception, but it also can be asking people to sign up for things. So for example, here this lady is promoting a webinar, and she's not selling anything, although she's probably selling on the webinar, but she's promoting a webinar. But this can be counted as an ask, and this is, you don't want to be doing this in every single post. And I do see a lot of companies doing this on Facebook, where almost every post is come to this, sign up for this, visit my blog for this, and that's counted as an ask. So you really need to be posting some content and sharing some good stuff and adding some value and giving back to the community rather than asking all the time. So I hope that clarifies that. So just mix things up. Personally, my strategy of social media is to build my mailing list, and so I always try to promote to a freebie. So the way that I use social media for my business and with my clients is I use social media to build a mailing list and to promote to a free product. So we'll always go to a lead magnet. So here's one that I did for a client where they were offering a free sports massage for people in the local area that had run the London Marathon. And here's one from Ryan Dice where he's offering some Facebook ad templates. And of course, when you go and you download the templates, you have to put your email in, and then you're on his email list. So that's a much, much better way to use social media to promote than to be selling directly. Because I think if Ryan Dice was trying to sell a £1,000 package completely cold, that's going to be quite hard. So he's actually got a sequence which starts off with offering something for free, which we call a lead magnet, which gets you onto his mailing list, and then there's a sequence of, as part of the sort of marketing funnel after that. So I would keep it really simple. If you've got something to offer, get people to sign up for your free offer rather than selling directly. But it is okay to sell, just don't do it all the time. And remember as well, you can promote other people's products and get an affiliate commission. So here's a post from Amy Porterfield where she's promoting Copyblogger, and she'll be paid a commission anytime that someone clicks on this link and buys the premise WordPress from Copyblogger. Amy Porterfield will get an affiliate fee, and you can do that too. There's nothing wrong at all with doing that on social media. Another stream of income. Blog posts, if you're blogging, then definitely social media should be a key part of your blog strategy. Don't forget your hashtags. Here's an example from Google+. With hashtags, you extend the conversation outside of your direct connection. So on Facebook, it's not so much on Facebook, but let's say with Google+ or with Twitter, if you use, for example, here we're using Remembrance Day as the hashtag, you're going to reach anyone. That was a trending hashtag at that particular time, obviously November the 11th. You're going to reach anyone that's using that hashtag or searching for that hashtag, regardless of whether they're connected to you or not. So on Twitter and Google+, hashtags are really, really powerful and definitely worth using, and that will actually start conversations in new areas. Marie Forleo here's got a vlog, a sort of a video blog, and if you notice, she's got her own hashtag, #MarieTV. So you can combine lots of different elements to get your social media conversations going. Best advice I can give you is to try out some of these different ideas. There's way more than 15 ideas we've covered here. You've got loads of ideas here. Test some of them out on your page and see what works best for you. Make sure you're having conversations with people. We've talked about scheduling, but make sure you're talking to people. Quotes are really popular. And when we talked about following influencers, there are quote pages and sites and certain people that use really good, very viral quotes like Post Planner. So you can, again, you don't have to find all these things and come up with them yourself. You can find a good source of them on social media and then share them. And I keep a swipe file, so when I see anything that's really funny or eye-catching or inspiring, I'll screen grab it, put it into a swipe file, and then when I'm looking for something for social media, I've got a file ready to go. So lots of things like this. She believed she could, so she did. And lots of quotes. I'm sure you've seen those on social media. Questions work really, really well in terms of getting people engaged. I love this one here from Claire Mitchell at The Girl Means Business. She was off to meet Sheryl Sandberg, I think, and didn't know which shoes to wear. And I always quote this because this is such a great example. It's a bit of a girly example, but it's a really good example of which shoes shall I wear, the red or the black. And you can see, look, she's had 115 comments, people commenting on which shoes she should wear. So just think about how you could apply that to your business. When you are asking questions, it's best to ask questions that people can respond to really quickly in just one word. So rather than expecting people to write an essay, ask really quick questions that people can give one word answers to. And as I said earlier, you can mix and match any of these 15 conversation starters. So here's one from Social Media Examiner where they're sharing a blog post. They've got a good eye-catching picture, they've got a question here, and they've got a summary of something that they've posted. So they've combined about 4 of the different elements that we've talked about into one Facebook post here, and you'll get a good sense of that when you start trying this out. Last but not least, we've got caption contests. So here's a fun one. Somebody posted of their dog and said, please caption this. There's lots of really good ones of photo bombs and things like that that you can post and get people to caption, and people love that because it's good fun. And here we are. This is a contest, a Facebook contest that Mari Smith is running at the moment. As you can see, she's got a really fantastic graphic, lovely smiley happy face. Just one thing to keep in mind with Facebook contests, there are terms and conditions. You do need to use a third-party app to run a contest, and you have to be a bit careful. You don't want to get into trouble with Facebook. So just make sure you read the Facebook terms and conditions before you launch a contest, but they are a really, really good way to build your list and build your audience and to get engagement. Make sure the prize is relevant to your business. I have seen people giving away iPads and getting thousands of participants entering the contest, but they're only entering because they want the iPad. They're not potential customers of that business. So you'll end up with a list of people that don't want to hear from you. They just wanted the iPad. And just maybe you want to attract your ideal client. So make sure, for example, here we've got frog box moving sweepstakes. So make sure that your prize is relevant and something that is going to be useful and something of value to your market, but something that's also relevant to your business. I've talked a lot about Facebook, but these ideas work really well on any of the social media platforms. You can use them on Google+, Twitter, you can try some of them on LinkedIn, Pinterest, but the main thing is whichever platforms you're on is to test these out and see what works. Last but not least, my closing tip is whatever you post on social media, make sure you've got a call to action. So for example, we've got one here and they're saying here, check out our great social media packages. So make sure you've got a call to action, visit my list, click here, share, like. If you ask people to engage, they're much more likely to. Studies have shown that. So it's definitely worth asking people to like, share, comment and get involved. And then turn up and respond. And I'd love to hear your tips for how you get the conversation going on social media. I've shared a lot here. I know it's been quite a long video, but I hope that's been helpful. If you like this video and you know people that would find it useful, please do share it on Twitter, Facebook or Google+. If you click below, if you're on YouTube, and click on the share button, you'll see all the social media icons, and then you can share this. I'd love you to tweet it or share it on Facebook or Google+. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on another video.